We're going to be talking about today on WSA-TV's Women Premiere Show, 5 ways to use your book as a conversation starter and business generator. Woohoo! Hi, Gail. I'm so excited to be here.
So am I. It's a great topic. Anything that's about generating business.
Yes,
I love to talk
absolutely.
about it.
For people who are struggling to find new ways to connect with potential clients or partners, or an author can use her book as a conversation starter, and that could be so powerful to generate business. Not only does it allow us to share personal stories and messages, but it gives others a way to really deeply connect with each other into our life, into our realities, into our wisdom. And I love that because then you can go and do things that we're going to talk about today. And the first one I want to mention is when you share your story, it's in a book, but speak it out, bring it to your clients and your colleagues, talk about it. Use your book to share your personal and professional journey. It can highlight the lessons you've learned along the way. And it's a great way to connect with others who have similar experiences. And then guess what? That generates interest in them working with you. They know more about you, they feel more comfortable with you. And it could even be used with prospects to warm up and build that rapport. So share your story first as our first strategy. What's our second one, Gail?
Well, one that I use often is ask for a person's feedback. I mean, genuinely, I want to know what your thoughts are on something. But what asking for feedback does is allows a person, a potential client or prospect, to open up their conversations about their own experience and perspectives. And this is really, really powerful because ultimately it can do a few things for you. One, it can help refine your message, but what it does is it generates that conversation that opens the doors for you to go a little bit deeper, and we start to build that know, like, and trust factor. When someone's getting to know you and their story and they're contributing their part of their story with you, that's powerful dialogue, and that's when we can come together to take it to those next levels and engage and see if we have a fit to do business together.
And I love that because, like, when we're networking, instead of just sharing about your stories, you're asking for feedback. Like, what do you think about this topic? I wrote a whole story on it, right? And they want to know, then they want your book. You'll probably sell your book. And so that's great at networking events. And then what if our third strategy to use your book as a conversation starter and generate business is to seek out author events where authors and book writing events, book writing things, where authors gather. It could be, or people who are interested in authors gather. It could be library events, breakouts at conferences. Share your book and engage with other authors because they're going to share their wisdom with you and probably give you more ideas too. And it allows you to expand your network and gain more insight into how you can leverage your book, right? So, and then get into talking to others. You can start a conversation with another author. What inspired you to write your book? And then guess what? They're going to turn around and ask you the same question. And you never know what opportunities are going to come up. So that's our third strategy. What's our fourth?
Well, I just wanted to piggyback on that third one because it just actually happened recently to me. We have Voices of the 21st Century in my local library here, and we were all invited to an author celebration event, and it was so powerful, and being able just to walk around the room, get to meet people and say, so what's your book, what inspired you to write your book? It was a different level of networking, different kind of line of questioning, and ultimately led with me being able to invite people into Women Speakers Association. So it was really awesome.
There you
All
go.
right, book clubs. Just at the end of all the Voices of the 21st Century, we put book club questions. Why do we do that? Because it opens the doors for you to get in front of book clubs. To be a guest at a book club is a really powerful opportunity because sometimes these book clubs will focus in a specific genre or niche, but ultimately what happens there is when you're able to guest in front of a book club, you're able to build real meaningful connections with the others in that room. You're highlighted as that guest expert, really, and you're giving you're at a platform where people are able to ask you questions. It's a great way to find out, meet others with the same passion as yours, and really connect. And amazing exposure, amazing sales at these kind of events. We are actually, if I can segue just 1 second, we are having an online conversation with all the authors. It's an online book club where you can come attend as a guest and take the floor to be able to ask questions to those authors, find out what's behind the curtain with them, dig deeper, and the benefit to you is you're able to seek out those like-minded connections with you. This keeps it keeps developing into future collaborations or joint ventures together. So it's a great way to open doors. I hope to see you there. Laura, where can we get connected to the online event?
If you go to Facebook, the Women Speakers Association's Facebook page, the event is at the top. It's a post at the top of the Women Speakers Association's page. So facebook.com/Women Speakers Association. Look for the event. It's May 18th. And what I love about this is, our book, Voices of the 21st Century, Women Transforming the World, has those book conversation starters. So we will be discussing how women are transforming the world, and you can add your insights. And you never know, like you said, Gail, what's going to flow out of that. So it's super, super powerful. So go to Women Speakers Association on Facebook and attend. The Zoom link is there. Go for it. Just register. It's free. It's May 18th at noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, and you figure it out from there when to be there. If you sign up for Zoom, it'll tell you on your own time zone. And so I have a fifth strategy, which kind of is perfect, because once you attend book events or you have a book of your own, especially if it's a collaborative book, go ahead and collaborate with others. And guess what? You don't have to collaborate with just the authors in here, although that's a rich source of people to collaborate with, but collaborate with others in your industry. Do joint events with them and feature your book. You can say, I'd like to bring my book. And guess what? You'll be put in front of your audiences, and all kinds of business can be generated that way. So they could be book signings that you could do with other authors, to co-marketing efforts with other authors or other people in your industry where you're maybe selling a package of services together, or you both have the opportunity to potentially do packages. So this could help you not only reach new audiences, but also provide you opportunities to learn from one another, building connections within your industry together. So this is so powerful. I mean, are you excited or what?
It's awesome. I saw that in action just this morning. Two authors, Deb Alcadino from Canada, Aileen Boyle from Scotland, came together, joined forces, and put their very first webinar on. And I joined in, and what I observed most, they had a webinar going, and what I first observed was there was a whole lot of people in there I didn't know. So I knew that they were both tapping into new markets for one another. And that's awesome, right? Because what that told me is their business reach expanded and to new people. And so that is their message going bigger and wider. So it was a beautiful moment, a proud moment to see them come together like that and work together and share their message. Doesn't mean you have to keep going forever and ever together, but just to do, when you think of short windows of time, short presentations, to do that. So
I love that. I mean, expanded into new countries. And, the title of this book this year and the theme for the women in this book is Women Transforming the World. And that's what they're doing. They're getting together to expand their ability to transform the world. We do have another book coming out. And we have
Yeah.
another group of amazing women coming together, and some repeat authors as well. So if you're feeling left out, or you're feeling like, yeah, I need a book now, I want to invite them to have a conversation with you, Gail, to see, is this a fit? And it's easy to do because you make yourself so available, Gail. I love this. And you just go to voicesofthe21stcentury.com, fill out the form. There is no obligation, but you do get an amazing conversation with Gail. So why not? You know, if that's another way to use a book as a conversation starter. You want to get to know someone of influence, go to voicesofthe21stcentury.com and book a schedule time on Gail's schedule.
And do that now, because the early bird ends in just a couple days. So get that application in, as long as it's in before the early bird deadline. We'll promise you that. But here's also the news. We only have 10 spots left. So we still have room for more applications coming in, and I would love to connect with you about your story. And even if it's not right for the book, I'd love to be able to connect and share your story in other places. So please, let's have a chat about your story.
Yeah, and I'll make it really easy for you because I'm kind of your book concierge, your author concierge. I will answer your questions. I will direct you in the right place, give you good tips, and kind of escort you into the community. So yeah, let's do that. Voicesofthe21stcentury.com.
Oh, and the theme is, the title of the book is Voices of the 21st Century, Women Empowered Through Passion and Purpose.
So if you have a passion, you want to live, you're living on purpose, share your story with us. All right. Well, thanks. We'll see you at the book club. And in the meantime, join us for the book club. It's free. Go to Women Speakers Association's Facebook page, register for the event. You'll find the Zoom link there. Thanks, Gail.
Thanks, Laura. So much fun.
Always.
Have a good week, everybody.
Yeah. Bye for now.
Bye.